JUICEman Broadcast 1, talking about where's Orochi 4 that came out this month, in the month of Brooktober. Um, there has been some issues with my YouTube and some other things. So normally this would be broadcasting on the JUICEman3941's channel, but it is not. It's broadcasting on my original channel that I had created a long time ago under my actual real name, Thomas Mudd. So, which I'm not happy with, but unfortunately there seems to be zero way to rectify this. There's no way to change any of it. I've tried to sign out of YouTube and sign back in as the JUICEman, and it just, every time I do, it gives me an error message when I try to sign back in. And not an error message like you forgot your password or that's not your name. It won't let me log in. It says there's something wrong. So I don't know if that's on YouTube's end and they're upset about me saying things or doing something that they were upset about. I have very little to no subscribers, so I have to switch over to this channel in order to make videos. And since it's the first game thing I've done on my original channel, I'm starting off with Broadcast 1. I'm going to try to rectify this, but I may not be able to. So, I'm going to talk a little bit about Warriors Orochi 4. And I'm a little sick. I'm a little under the weather right now. I just kind of started getting my voice back a couple hours ago. I got up this morning and I couldn't. So I apologize for the excuse me, the coughing and or sneezing that's going on. I'm having a little bit of Theraflu, which I highly recommend. It's some of the best stuff that you can buy that's not prescription. And let's talk a little bit about Warriors Orochi 4. Everyone knows I'm a big fan of Dynasty Warriors and Samurai Warriors and many of its spin-offs. And on the 360, I owned all three Gundam games. I owned, of course, any of the Dynasty Warriors and Empire series and the Samurai Warriors, and pretty much any of the games that were on there, including Strike Force and a few others. And I've just always been a fan of the Omega Force and what they do for the series. Warriors Orochi is the fourth in the series. I've gone through all 1, 2, and 3. Warriors Orochi 3 on the 360, Warriors Orochi 3 on the Wii U, and then lately on the PS4, Warriors Orochi 3 Ultimate. So I've literally gone through that game 3 times. So I'm pretty well versed in this game. Warriors Orochi 4 has a total of 170 plus characters, and they did do some different changes to the game. Consider now that they are dealing with the Greek Pantheon and some of the Norse Pantheon, or whatever, for gods. They included magic, and all your Samurai Warriors characters play like they did from Samurai Warriors 4-2. Most of the Dynasty Warriors play like they did from Dynasty Warriors 8, except you no longer have a secondary Muso attack. You do have an aerial one and a normal. And they did change from Warriors Orochi 3. You had a camp that you can walk around in and do things with, and this is your camp. You just see your party. You're available to form a team, check different costumes if there is any available. You can change the bonuses for characters that you've unlocked. You got network play. This is the first time this has actually been featured, where you can play online with people and play various battles that are unlocked. You can do a mock battle as well, change your team, you can upgrade your camp and your officers, you can equip weapons, fuse weapons, and dismantle or sell weapons to get attribute elements or gems. The gallery is unlocked after the first or second mission. You look at your offers, movies, music, and listen to music and change what the music is. And then of course Orochi World, which gives you the history of the, and then of course your settings. When you also unlock certain side stories. I've already cleared it. Chapter 2, this is where I'm at. I've cleared everything up until here, and I'm on One-Eyed Dragon the Genius, and I'm going to show you some gameplay. They did not use English vocalization on this. Uh, they decided to stick with the Japanese language, which is fine. I do kind of still miss some of the characters and what they say and talk, because while there's a lot of action going on screen, the warriors actually do little tidbits of talk on the side. And when they do that, it's kind of hard to pay attention to what they're saying because you're really focused on the combat. It's a problem that the game's always had. It was less with the English, because with the English at least you could hear them talk and understand what they're saying without having to really not focus on another side box that comes up. I'm gonna skip this because I've actually been through this part and skipped this on a previous save. So this is kind of a return to form if you didn't like Dynasty Warriors 9. I really liked Dynasty Warriors 9, and I did a lot of videos on my other channel, the JUICEman channel, about it. So we're gonna go from here, and I'll show you the gameplay. This is a Samurai Warriors character, so I can still do the speedy through, going from hard to normal attacks or normal to hard attacks, just like in that, which is nice. So, because it plays like the characters from Samurai Warriors 4. All the characters from Samurai Warriors plays like their 4-2 counterparts. This is Leon Shi. She plays like a Dynasty Warrior character with a variety of abilities and powers. And of course, I've got Hanzo Tori, a character from Samurai Warriors that I've always have liked. And I remember playing him way back in the day on the PS2, and I played as him a lot on the original Dynasty Warriors 2 on PS2, which I only played very briefly, but he was one of my favorite characters to play as on Dynasty Warriors, Warriors Orochi 3. So the lock-on feature is incredibly nice in this. Something that I think the game has been needing for a while and has not had, and I'm glad that they included it. It locks on the base captains or actual other characters, so you can capture any bases, but there's no morale system at the top. So it's like, okay, so I don't have a morale system now. So what exactly am I? What exactly capturing bases do, because it doesn't really lessen the amount of characters on screen. Those are Chaos Origins. They can only be beat by your actual magic attack, and I'll show you that. This is a strong magic attack, because what they will do is make everyone around them invincible, and that's not going to happen, because it does make it where you cannot beat these characters. Even the little peons will be literally invincible. But Chaos Origins you can damage normally, but magic is the best way to handle them. One of the things that I had forgotten, and I kind of skipped the tutorial really quick, is if you want to get on a horse, you have to hit R1 and X to get on a horse, so you can move around a little quicker. It's just kind of funny how that works. But that's how it goes. Oh, another thing too, you can still do combo from character to character, just like Warriors Orochi 3, which is nice. And I do like that. And they have improved and added some new attacks to some of the characters, which is nice. I'm going to show you another neat thing that you can do. But I'm going to gather all these guys up near me first. And you can do a screen clearing pretty much Kamehameha Bomb, Kamehameha whatever the hell from Dragon Ball. This is the super magic attack. And pretty much wipes everything out. Really nice. Sometimes though you don't always hit the guy like that, because it knocks him far away in the initial blast, that you don't always get a one-shot on him. On the normal difficulties and higher difficulties, you won't get a one-shot on him, but it will screen clear which is against all the peons in the game. Look at that, that's nice. I love the fact they added new attacks to everyone. I think that's great. Got a new weapon. And the fact that you can do the jet across the screen really quick. I love that. It's just great. Here's another Chaos Origin. I'll show you what you mean. He'll turn everyone around him here. See? And makes them invincible. So you kind of got to use your magic. Which is what I'm doing. That's the first time I've seen that being used. Now it's sometimes you get a divine power and it gives you rage abilities. It makes you very, very powerful. Oh, and after you do a giant Kamehameha bomb, you get your weapons will glow and you get attack damages and stuff. So there we are. Oh, I gotta beat this girl. This is Shumijiao's wife. Zhang Zhuo. I guess that's how you pronounce her name, I'm not sure. I guess depending on who you talk to. They can block that attack, just like in Samurai Warriors. Unless you knock them down. And then you can get them. Got him beat. Again, I'm so happy that they added that feature with the lock on. It makes it much easier to fight officers and base captains. It's great. And if you do it just in general to make sure you can get through it. If you play Warriors Orochi, the third one, this is a little bit different because the Samurai Warriors in that didn't play like they do now, and it's this is a much better game. They didn't put any guest characters in there like the original, so again, nothing wrong with that. Stuff like this, a lot of officers, it's good to like try to bait them. I'm gonna use the super on all of them to try to clear it out. Boom, gems and experience. Got him. That super builds up in the middle yellow ring there, and you've got to like kill people in order for that to start building up. Which is easiest to do with the Samurai Warriors, obviously, because you can screen clear and just really just wreak havoc. And of course, there's challenges, and you get rated for different things, and you still get the lottery for weapons. Certain characters will give you. We're gonna go this way, I'm not sure. Yeah. You will earn other horses. There's even Pegasuses in the game. I'm still in the very early stages of the game, so some of the more unique characters I do not have unlocked. Not yet, anyway, but I am slowly but surely getting there. Lian Shi has a great super magic ability, which I like her. I like her specials. I can just wreak havoc with those. It's just very powerful. That's your most powerful one. You hold down R1 in circle, you got R1 in triangle. I can do this, throw a little web attack out, just gathers them all up and Again, I don't know why you take over these bases, because it's not like the enemies disappear or you... I don't know. It doesn't really seem to do much. They're just there to take over. I guess they just had to keep that in the game for what it is. It's a secondary magic attack, but you can actually aim where you want it to strike, which is kind of cool. Very, very unique. Very nice. If I cannot, folks, fix this, I will, you're gonna have to just gonna start watching, my channel, my JUICEman stuff on my original Thomas Mode channel. Chaos Origin up there, as you can see. It's probably my strongest character is this character I'm playing as. I've been using him pretty much exclusively. I loved this character in Samurai Warriors 4.2 and 4.1. I love his weapon style. Gotta hit him this. He can't make me invincible. There's Shumaji. And that's the end of the match. And I'll probably unlock the two characters there, Masamune Date and Shumaji, and his wife, and whoever else that was in here that I had to fight. I mean, it's basically your classic Warriors and Samurai Warriors games fused together. If you are a fan of Musou games, like I am, you're gonna love it. If you've never played any of the Warriors Orochis, even though this doesn't have guest characters, which is kind of sucks, because I love the guest characters from Warriors Orochi Ultimate, or 3 Ultimate, but they're not in here, so I'm probably just going to unlock the characters you see here, which is kind of the way it works, except for Perseus there. I don't think you unlock him straight away, but you just continue to get character after character after character to experiment with, which is fine. Guan Yu, you know, Zhu Liang, Yu Ying, and she gave me prizes so I can take on Perceive and continue from there. And that's your basic setup for Warriors Orochi. Go through, slaughter thousands of guys, and do your thing. I gotta drink this stuff here. That's Athena, the Greek goddess, who is like utterly gorgeous. That, I believe, is Ares, or I think, or it's Odin. It's one of the two. It's really weird. It's hard to tell. I actually seen this cutscene. Skip that too. So, skip that too. Warriors Training's now available. So, and there you have it. You have, you know, just says training. Power up character sending them to training. Afterwards, they will obtain gems, weapons, and more as a reward. So you can send guys to training if you want. It's kind of neat. You can go, I want to set who I want to send, for example. I can do this and say, hey, I want to send her, and I'm going to send, I'll send, let's see here, we'll send him, and I'm going to send Yu Ying, and then you hit his destination, and you got 1,000 for intensity. It drains body mind with the streamer. So draining intensity, if you hit the part, they will not be able to be used, and they will return in 3 battles. And so they won't be able to use as support characters, which is what this is. You actually pick support characters to help you during battle. I'm not really sure though, because sometimes you'll do actions and they show up, and sometimes they're just there for the giant like bomb that they throw out. So I'm not 100% sure exactly what they do. You can upgrade your officers. Like if I want to upgrade their levels, I can. He's 23. I try to keep him like within the same levels, which I can't get any more than there, and that's fine. He's close enough. I go to weapons. You know, you can go through and see if he's got anything new, which he doesn't. Now, they didn't do the weapon system like the Warriors Orochi 3. It is different. So, and you should go through everybody to see if you got any additional weapons from the lottery, which is what I'm doing now. There's one. That's a much better spear. That's better. Okay, so what I usually do is go to dismantle and sell, go to the first character. Just get gems this way. Dismantle anything that's got a blue, so you get the, you can like add more to the weapon. Now I'll show you that here in a second. Right now she's got mostly stuff to sell. No, dismantle and sell. Same thing here. Sell, sell, sell. Dismantle, dismantle, sell. So go find everyone else. Dismantle. 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 And what that dismantling does versus selling is you get the item that's involved in it. So it looks like I've got everybody. I do. So what you do with that is, if you go to fuse weapons and I pick this character, I can add, these are all the stuff I've dismantled, and this is all the stuff I can add to the actual thing. I can add inflict by missile attacks, damage by aerial attacks. I can add wind. I can make normal attacks better. So let's say, and I've also maxed out his compatibility. So if I want to add a socket, it's 5,000 gems, and I can hit brawn, and that's 6,000 gems, which gives me damn normal attacks. And you confirm, and you, it's kind of how you make it, and you can check what they all do. And that's how you do that. And I can again go in here and do the same thing for her. She's already got flame. I can add a socket. I can make flame +2, which will do more damage. I can do, let's see here, Unity magic gauge increases more easily. It becomes easier to find better weapons. So if I want to change that, I can. EXP's like that. There you go. Better weapon right off the bat. So if I want to add, you know, something to him, like if I want to say I want to add wind, I can do that. Confirm wind +1 to his weapon, and there you have it. And that's kind of how you do it. You can check all weapons owned if you want from, and you can go to different characters and switch. Like I said, switch them up on the fly, however you want to play. Gallery does let you check out the characters, their expressions, lines, character models, costumes if they have them. Which is, again, it's they do give you a lot of options. You can even change the music of the camp, but it's essentially the same game. They just tweaked various things about Warriors Orochi 3 Ultimate, and it's actually a really fun game. I'm enjoying it, and you can upgrade your camp too, by the way. Weapon compatibility increases, and it costs a lot as you exponentially go up. Some of the stuff is pretty crazy, how much it costs, but you can max out your camp, and that's basically what you're seeing here, and that's basically Where's Orochi. I'm on the Fierce Tiger as Jiandong, which means I'll be getting the Sun's not Sun Tzu, but Sun Jian and Sun Zi and all those guys in that particular thing. I had a save that was farther along, and I restarted it once I got the hang of being able to do everything in the game, and that's why I'm kind of back before. But this has been a little bit talking about Where's Orochi 4. I definitely recommend it for Muso fans, and I'm going to try to get my channel fixed. If I can't, I'm going to have to broadcast from my original channel. I'm going to have to try to figure out how to get subscribers again and tell some of the people to resubscribe to this other channel. And I will be seeing you on the next Gaming Roundtable. As always, gamers, good gaming.